Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. You're able to see my screen? Those are online?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah. Okay. So in the previous class, what were we started with two functions. Yeah, what were they? Exponential and logarithmic functions, right? I hope you're clear with it. So yesterday in the conclusion, we saw if the function is y is equal to e power x, the derivative of it is going to be e power x itself. If it is going to be a power x, we have not yet seen it is going to be a power x something. I'll explain what it is. So we saw two derivatives yesterday. One is for e power x and the second is for log x. What is the base for log x? So in your mathematics, what it is log x base e. It is natural logarithm. So the derivative of log x base e is going to be 1 by x, right? So having said this, okay. So we saw what is the logarithmic function, right? Log of a base b will be equal to x if b power x is equal to a, and logarithm is basically classified into two types, the common logarithm and the natural logarithm. And this explained, no? So how to convert the exponents to the logarithms and the vice versa. You know how to do it. Then we saw some properties. What are they? Log a plus log b with the same base c is going to be equal to log of ab base c. So log of a base c, if you take it as x, and log of b base c, you take it as y, a will be equal to c power x, b will be equal to c power y. Then when you solve it, you will be able to prove that identity. And this is the first one. Second, log a base c minus log b base c is going to be log of a by b base c, right? Similarly, log of a power m is going to be equal to m log a. We saw the logic for it because log of a power m or m log a for that matter can be written as log a added to itself m times. So log of the values inside will get multiplied with themselves m times. So it will become log of a power m. So from RHS, we put the LHS. And the fourth one is log of a base a is 1 and log of 1 base anything is 0, right? And log of a base b can be written as 1 by log of b base a. I hope you made a note of all these points. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you take the function y is equal to log of x by c, then the value of dy by dx is going to be equal to 1 divided by x. And the proof for it is limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. What is that called as? It's called first principle. When will the first principle become the right-hand derivative? When you replace x with c, correct. So when you solve this, the final answer that we got is 1 by x. So what is the identity that we used? Log of, sorry, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x divided by x is going to be equal to 1. Right. So this is the property that we have used to derive the expression. I hope it is clear till this point. Right. The next one. So the next thing that we are supposed to know is if y is equal to a power x, then what is the derivative of this? What is dy by dx for this? This is going to be a power x log a. Okay, it's very simple. So if you take y is equal to a power x, whenever you want to solve an exponent, always take log on both the sides. So log y, okay, when I take log y, I'll take it to the base a. Why I chose base a is because here the base is a, so that I wanted to get eliminated. So y base a will be equal to log of a power x base a. So this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to x into log of a base a. Okay. Is it clear till this step? So what will the answer be? It will be x because log of a base a is 1. So I want you to add one more point to the properties, the seventh one. Log of A base B can be written as it can be written as log of A base C into log of C base B. So log of A base B will be equal to log of A base C into log of C base B. Okay. So this is another important property to be kept in your mind. Is it clear? So I'm going to use this now. So please make a note of it. What I've done is I've introduced the base and multiplied with some other parameter which is having the same. I just reverse the base there. So this can be understood as log of A base C divided by log of B base C. Both are same. Because log of C base B, if I use this property, it will become 1 by log of B base C. So this is the concept from which it is derived. So this can be proved easily. All you need to do is you take log of A base B is equal to X and then again start solving it. A is equal to B power X and then you will start solving. Okay. Am I clear with this? Right. Make a note of this point. In one of the problems, I think in miscellaneous, we'll use this concept because there they would have questioned something with respect to log of something base 10. That is the only problem I saw in your text. I don't remember which problem, but I've seen. That's in miscellaneous. I'm not sure if you have deleted because of this updated textbook, but it used to be. It's deleted, I think. This one. It's example problem. Go to page 141. Go to page 141. On the right hand side, you have it. See. You saw the question. So that is with some other base. So that is one problem where we'll use this property. Clear? So remember this. Shall I proceed? Now we are in the middle of this derivation. So right hand side is x. What about the left hand side? Log of y base a. Can I write it as log of y base e into log of, you tell me what should happen. Whatever I've introduced as the base here, you should compensate it here. E base a. Makes sense? This is equal to x. So observe this. Is there any doubt in any of these steps? Clear, right? Okay. So now start differentiating on both the sides. What is the derivative of log y? 1 by y into dy divided by dx. Okay. Multiplied with this one, I will not disturb because log of e base b is a constant. Only x and y are variables in your mathematics. I told you, right? So this is going to be just log of e base a. This is equal to what is the derivative of x? 1. So log e base a, can I take it to the other side? And 1 by y, can I take it to the other side? Because all that I need is dy by dx. So dy by dx will be equal to this y goes side as a multiplication factor and this will go in the denominator. So y divided by log of e base a. But what is y from the question? Y is a power x. But we know that 1 by log of e base a is log of a base c. So if you write it as log a, it is understood that the base is. That is why the derivative of a power x is a power x log a. Am I clear with it? Right? So this is something that you need to remember. I've seen people getting confused here. I'll tell you what they'll do. Y is equal to x square. Dy by dx is 2x. No. I've seen this kind of answers also. Did you understand what is the mistake here? So you need to use a formula for x power n provided the x is the base and the power is a number. Whereas if it becomes 2 power x, it is no more a polynomial function, it becomes an exponential function. So don't do this mistake, it is rather this formula. So what should have been the answer actually? According to this logic, what should have been the answer? It should have been 2 power x log 2. That should have been the answer. Okay, this is one common mistake that happens. Okay, so make a note of this. Clear enough? So make a note of this. Tejas, did you write it? I don't see you writing. Make a note, you will definitely forget all these things. Make a note of it. Shall I proceed? Now, see with this,
Sir.
the base for the logarithm and exponential functions is built. But now we need to know how to use this tool, right? So, see, now it is important for me to tell you how to use this tool, right? See, till now we were solving problems like we had each exercise where we were dealing with individual kind of function. Like we had a separate concept for inverse trigonometric function, then we saw the concept for polynomial function, how to deal with them, implicit function, trigonometric, whatever is there. Okay. See, suppose there is a place where certain polynomial functions or rational functions are getting complicated. I'll not call it as rational function. See, for example, if I have a question of e power x by sin x. So if I give you a question, y is equal to e power x by sin x, will you be able to solve it? See, y is equal to e power x by sin x. Numerator is exponential function, denominator is trigonometric function. All that you need to apply is apply the quotient rule, right? Similarly, if I give you a question of e power x into sin x, so you're going to use the product rule, right? But I just want to go a step ahead and tell you how those product rule and the quotient rule is actually derived. It is for you to understand because you can use that logic to solve the previous exercise problems also. I promised you one thing, from 5.2, I'll do the problems using logarithms and solve it. I'll tell you where to use and how to make our life easy. Okay. See, but before that, if I ask you, what is the product rule in the case of differentiation? What are you going to tell me? If I have the functions as f of x into g of x, which I'll call it as y, right? So we know that dy by dx is going to be equal to f of x. 100. So you're going to have f of x into g dash of x plus g of x into f dash of x. So let's have another perspective for it, right? Like we'll try to understand why this is actually working in this way. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the help of the tool logarithm to solve this. See, for example, y is equal to, if I have f of x into g of x, I can write this as log y is equal to log of f of x into g of x. Make sense? So log of AB is going to be log A plus log B. So this is going to be log of f of x plus log of g of x. Am I right? Now what I'll do is I'll start differentiating on both the sides. So what is the derivative of log y? It is 1 by y. I need to apply chain rule. As long as this is not x, I need to apply chain rule. So 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to, what is log f of x? It is 1 divided by f of x into derivative of f of x, which is f dash of x. Am I right? Plus, what should I do here? 1 by g of x into derivative of g of x, that is g dash of x. So I can take the y to the other side. So dy by dx will be equal to, if I take y to the other side, you need to remember that y is the question itself. So basically, I'm taking f of x into g of x to the other side. So I have f of x into g of x into f dash of x divided by f of x plus g dash of x divided by g of x. Now what I'll do is I'll take an extra step. So f of x into g of x, take the LCM. It is going to be f dash of x into g of x plus g dash of x into f of x, the whole divided by f of x into g of x. If you observe this one, this will get cancelled and this is the required answer. You're able to understand. So this is how the tool will help us whenever you have product of two functions. You're applying chain rule. No, sometimes if the function itself is complicated, you can take log on both the sides and then solve. So it will generate the same result. Am I clear with this? So you can make a note of this. And one more thing is, whatever I explained you here is the total algorithm. This is how you need to use logarithm everywhere. First step is y is equal to the function. Okay. Second step is log of y is equal to log of that function, and then start differentiating. In every question, you will get 1 by y into dy by dx. In every question, you need to take that y back. Y is nothing but the question itself. Okay, that will get multiplied with whatever is the derivative you are getting on the right hand side. Okay. Done. Yeah. So the next is obviously the quotient rule. So when I talk about the quotient rule, y will be equal to f of x divided by g of x, right? So what are we supposed to do on both the sides? When I take the proof, we take log on both the sides. So log y will be equal to log of f of x divided by g of x. Pascal. So this will be log of f of x minus log of g of x, right? Now we need to concentrate on this term and these two terms. So start differentiating on both the sides. What will you get? By default, 1 by y into dy by dx. For all logarithmic problems, this is fixed. Is equal to, what will you get here? Into f dash of x minus, what do you get here? 1 by g of x into g dash of x, right? So let me write this. 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to, so what do we get? F dash of x into g of x minus g dash of x into f of x, the whole divided by f of x into g of x. So dy by dx is equal to, this y will go to the other side, but what is y? F of x by g of x. So you write it as f of x divided by g of x into f dash of x into g of x minus g dash of x into f of x, the whole divided by f of x into g of x. So this and this will get cancelled. You got the desired result. So this will be f dash of x into g of x minus g dash of x into f of x, the whole divided by g of x into g of x is going to be g of x the whole square. So this is how quotient rule can be derived. Clear with this? Right. So these are the two important points I wanted you to make a note of. Write it down. So try to do it on your own. Don't look at the board. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, right.
Completed, sir.
Yeah. See, the base is built. Okay. All we need to do now is solve the problems of exercise 5.4. Right. Let's see. So this is the first question. Y is equal to e power x divided by sin x. I think this is what I asked. Saw it somewhere and it stuck in my mind. Okay, y is equal to e power x divided by sin x. So you can either use log or you can go with the quotient rule also. What we'll do is we'll do both and see whichever is easy, you can get adapted to it. Okay. So first one, we'll go with the normal method. Dy by dx is equal to denominator into derivative of numerator. So g of x into e power x minus into derivative of denominator, that is cos x, the whole divided by sin square x. So what do you get here? E power x into sin x minus cos x divided by sin square x is what is dy by dx. I think this is easy. Right. Let's try with the other method and also see. The alternate is y is equal to e power x divided by sin x. So what we'll do is take log on both the sides. So what will you get? Log y is equal to log of a by b. So log e power x minus log sin x. So log y derivative is 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to log of e power x. I can write it like this. I can write it as x log e. Right. So x log e means how much is it? Log e is, if I write log e, what is the base here? E itself. So it is x times log e base e. Log e base e is 1. So this is basically x. So what is the derivative of x? 1. I hope I'm clear. Is this step clear? Minus, what is the derivative of log of sin x? 1 by sin x into cos x. Right. So take LCM. Dy by dx is equal to sin x minus cos x, the whole divided by sin x into the y will go to the other side, which is basically e power x by sin x. So what is the answer? E power x into sin x minus cos x, the whole divided by, both are same. Is generating the same result. Here. So you can make a note of this. Is it raining? Yeah. Can make a note of this. Those who are online, did you understand both the methods?
Yes.
Yes. Make it fast. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed? Those who are online?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next one is e power sin inverse x. So obviously it is a composite function. How did I say it's a composite function? Because each power is not x, rather it is inverse trigonometric function. So y is going to be e power sin inverse x. So what is dy by dx? So e power sin inverse x into derivative of sin inverse x, which is 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. So this is the answer. So e power sin inverse x divided by root of 1 minus x square. So the alternate method, y is equal to e power sin inverse x. So when you take log on both the sides, log y will be equal to, directly tell me what is it going to happen. So it is going to be log of e power sine inverse x base e. So directly tell me what will happen. It is sine inverse x basic. So I directly wrote the function. So 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to, what is the derivative of sine inverse x? So what is dy by dx? Y will go to the other side. It will be e power sine inverse x divided by root of. So both are generating same results. Here. So I can use whichever is comfortable for you. See, I'm doing it like this because there are many problems where we'll be using this. Get used to this logarithm concept. So every problem you also try to solve it in both the ways. Okay. Next. Okay, this answer is fine. Next. So directly looking at it, you can tell the answer. The answer is e power x cube into derivative of x cube, 3x square. So y is equal to e power x cube. So what is the value of dy by dx? It will be e power x cube into derivative of x cube is 3x square. Alternate one, you try it. So y is equal to e power x cube. Taking log on both sides, log y is equal to x cube. So 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to 3x square. So dy by dx will be equal to e power x cube into 3x square. Clear, huh? Shall I proceed? Yeah, this is a simple problem. Next one. So this is sine of tan inverse of e power minus x. So how many times are we supposed to differentiate? How did you say 3? One is for sine, tan inverse, e power minus x. It is 4 times because minus x. So it is 4 times that we do. Okay. So y is equal to sine of tan inverse of e power minus x. So the first step will be dy by dx is equal to, for sine. So it will be cos of tan inverse of e power minus x. Second step will be, okay, sorry, not, I'm sorry, I'm doing double differentiation, into derivative of tan inverse 1 by 1 plus x square. What is the value of x? It is e power minus x. So e power minus x the whole square into, so we finished for sine, we finished for tan inverse. Next is we need to do for e power minus x. So derivative of e power minus x is e power minus x into derivative of minus x, which is minus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Combine everything, that will be the answer. So it will be minus e power minus x into cos of tan inverse of e power minus x divided by 1 plus e power minus 2x. Am I clear with this? What happened? Log இதுக்கு பண்ண முடியாது. Because it's a single function. இதுக்கு log பண்ண முடியாது. Had it been sin x into something, then you could have taken log. It is a composite function. It's not product of functions. Shall I proceed? Can I go a little fast? Yeah. So for this one, what is the answer? Y is equal to log of cos of e power x. So how many times are we supposed to differentiate? 3. So dy by dx will be equal to derivative of log 1 by cos of e power x into derivative of cos minus sin e power x into derivative of e power x. E power x. We'll stop with this, right? So this is going to be minus e power x into sin of e power x divided by cos of e power x. This will be the required answer. Okay. So I want you to check the answer at the back also if there is any mismatch. So minus e power x into sin by cos, you can take it as tan of e power x. See, both are right. Yep. Next one. So what is the answer for this? So y is equal to e power x plus e power x square plus so on till e power x power 5. So what is dy by dx? Derivative of e power x is e power x plus derivative of e power x square is e power x square into 2x plus derivative of the next term will be e power x cube. So it will be e power x cube into 3x square plus e power x power 4 into 4x cube plus here it will be e power x power 5 into 5x to the power 4. So you cannot simplify it, leave it as it is. You cannot take any common term from this. So this will be the answer. Okay. Shall I proceed? Yes, sir. See, seventh one. Y is equal to square root of e power root x. So how many times are we supposed to differentiate? First is for square root, second is for e, and the third is for the other square, the next square. So what is dy by dx equal to? Derivative of square root is 1 by 2 root of that value. So 1 divided by 2 root of e power root x into derivative of e power root x is e power root x into derivative of root x is right. So you get the answer as, can I cancel this e power root x with this once? So when I cancel this, the square root will come here. Correct? No. So a divided by square root of a is root a. I use the same logic. Right? Cancelled it and put a square root here. So answer will be square root of e power root x divided by 2 into 2 is going to be 4. 4 times root x. This will be the required answer. Clear? For this problem, you can take log. Square root x to the derivative is 1 by 2 root x. That's correct only. No? Is there any mismatch in the answer? Check it once. எங்க இதுவா இல்ல first I wrote it as e power root x தான் கீழ அதை cancel பண்ணு See, one unfortunate thing is I can't use control Z here. See, derivative of the square root is, let me call it as e power root x as a for now. So it will be 1 by 2 root of a. And the a na e power root x into, okay, I cannot use that. I'll call it as e power root x. Idu puriyudha? 1 by 2 root of e power root x into, what is the derivative of e power root x? It is e power root x into derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Then the root edutachema, the square root edutha na panniten already. This one, no. That's what I'm saying. See, square root of e power root x. So if I e power root x, if I call it as a, then can I call this as 1 by 2 root a, and this e power root x will be a? That's what it. Answer is. Okay, numerator is? That's what both are same. So they gave this thing, no. They gave e power root x divided by 4 into root of x into e power root x. Everything is same. This is what they gave, no. See, this is a. This is also a. So a divided by square root of a is root a. I hope that point is clear. Which the idua? Idu purinjudha, square root cancel avudhu. Adha inga explain pannirukku. Adha 4 root x தான் போட்டிருக்கேன். 2 into 2 is 4. இங்க 1 இருக்கு. 1 into root x is root x. அந்த root x க்கும் கீழ இருக்கிற root x க்கும் சமம் தான். You cannot cancel that. E power root x is one term. இங்க பாரு அதான் எழுதி இருக்கேன். என்ன ஆச்சுடா? ஒரு நிமிஷம் பாரு. இங்க பாரு இந்த ஸ்டெப் புரியுதா சொல்லு. What is the derivative of square root? 1 by 2 root of. So அதான் இங்க எழுதி இருக்கேனா. 1 by 2 root of and the square root குள்ள என்ன இருக்கோ, you should directly write the same function. Into, what is the inside function? Inside function is exponential. So e would derivative e தான். Power என்ன இருக்கோ அதே தான் எழுதணும். So derivative of e power root x is e power root x. But I should not stop it with that, yeah, because the power is not x, it is root x. So root x would derivative 1 by 2 root x. இது வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சதா? Okay. So in the e power root x, I'm calling it as some a. அப்ப இது என்ன ஆகும்? இது a divided by root a. So a divided by root a என்னது? So a basically, so a is basically square root of a into square root of a divided by square root of a. Idum cancel. Another root a. Okay, see this problem you got confused because of that root x which is there inside. So treat it like one term and then solve it. Okay, this is one way. I hope it is clear. Clear, no? Because of this reason only they left the answer in a complicated way. So you might get confused here. Okay, now listen. We'll do it in the alternate way also. So the alternate way is y is equal to square root of e power root x. Okay. So basically you have square root means it is e power root x to the power half. Make sense? So you take log on both the sides. Log y will be equal to what will happen on the other side? Half into log of e power root x. So this will be equal to root x by 2 into log of e base e. Because e power root x is there, root x will come as a multiplication factor. So it is root x by 2 into log of e base e. This is 1. So differentiated. What is the answer here? 1 divided by y into dy by dx is equal to 1 by 2 into, what is the derivative of root x? 1 by 2 root x. So dy by dx will be equal to y divided by 4 root x. So what is y but? See, my answer is matching. So it's the same. I wrote it in a simplified way. That's, I think for this problem, this is easier, provided you are able to handle log carefully. Are both the methods clear? Make a note of. Yes, it is. Composite இருந்தா மட்டும்தான் chain rule பண்ணும். X இல்ல அப்படினாலே அது composite. Now log, I never told you log is applied only for composite. Log is applied for product, log is applied for the quotient, anything. Chain rule மட்டும்தான் composite apply பண்ணும். So left hand side எல்லாமே chain rule பண்றியா, அது எல்லாமே composite function தான். So composite function meaning in a function kulla function. So square root itself is a function. So ஒரு questionல x தவிர வேற எது இருந்தாலும், for example, இப்படி இருந்திருந்தா root of e power x இருந்தா கூட இது composite function தான். It is a composition of how many functions? 2. What are the two? Square root and e power x. இங்க என்ன இருக்கு? Square root, e power x and root x. அதனால தான் x வந்து you replace with root x. For example, e power 2x இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, இது கூட composite தான். So if in a particular function, instead of x, you have any other number multiplied or the power is raised, it becomes a composite function. E power x square, composite function. Where e power x it is exponential function. So except e power x, you have any other complicated way, it is composite function, and the only way you can solve that problem is using chain rule. Either you can use chain rule, or if it is a product of two functions, like how it has happened here, like we are able to simplify it, then you can apply the logarithm. See, by now I am assuming that you would have got some clarity of where you can apply and where you cannot apply. For example, in the previous cases, we had the trigonometric function. Sine of tan inverse of e power minus root x, you cannot apply log. Okay. Because it's a composite function. It's not sine x into tan of e power root x. So sine would argumentate is tan inverse of root x. Sorry, tan inverse of e power minus x. So another பண்ண முடியாது. புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது? So I think here also the answer is given like that. So in the problem, can you apply log? You cannot. Because it is log of log x. Again, if you apply another log, you are unnecessarily complicating things. புரியுதா நான் சொல்றது? அதுவே question வந்து instead of log x, had it been log x into log x, can you apply log? Then you could have applied. புரியுதா? So here it is very simple again. Y is equal to log of log x. So what is dy by dx? 1 by log x into derivative of this log x is, so answer is, that's right. So this is a simple problem. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by x times log x. So it is 1 by x log x. Yeah. In this problem, can I apply log? Yes, I can. Right. So try to solve it in both the methods and see. You finished? Okay, do the alternate ones. Pandra. After this, there is only 5.6, right? Double derivative. Logarithmic. I taught the concepts. No, parametric is parametric and second order. Rolle's theorem and mean value theorem is deleted. So what is the answer for the stages? One. Log square x. There is nothing like log square x. Log x the whole square. See, log x the whole square is not equal to log square x. It is not like trigonometry. Okay, don't write it like. There is nothing like log square x. Okay. So what is the answer for this? Dy by dx is equal to log x into minus sin x minus cos x into derivative of log x is 1 by x, the whole divided by log x the whole square. So minus x sin x log x minus cos x the whole divided by log x the whole square. This should be the answer. This is the one given at the back. இங்க கீழே x இருக்குல்ல. Right. So I think for this one, this is simpler. Did you do it with the other way? Or no, ma? Because I took LCM, this x system. Hold on. In a function by function, you got the answer, same answer. You're not getting it. When you didn't get, you got it. It should work. See, when the quotient rule itself can be derived, problem learner answer. So what is the question? Cos x divided by log x, correct? So if you take log on both sides, log y is equal to log cos x minus log of log x. So log y derivative is 1 by y into dy by dx is equal to log cos x derivative is 1 by cos x into minus sin x. Right? Minus, so 1 by x log x. Right? This is the result from the previous problem. So when you take LCM, or for that matter, here you have no 1 by y. So y is cos x by log x means, okay, I cannot directly cancel it. Okay, let's see. So if I take the LCM, I get minus x sin x log x minus cos x the whole divided by x log x into cos x. Makes sense? So what is 1 by y? Y is cos x by log x. 1 by y will be, so I'm writing it here, log x by cos x into dy by dx is equal to this whole thing minus x sin x log x minus cos x the whole divided by x log x into cos x. So cos x and cos x are gone. Log x will go to the other side as multiplication. I think this is the answer. No? Both are minus. Both are minus. No? So this is the answer. So minus x sin x log x minus cos x divided by x into log x is going to be the whole square. It should work. Clear with this? Okay. Shall I proceed? I think I will stop with this. How many more are left of this exercise? One, no? That you can do it as homework. See, the next exercise is also the same logic. All you need to do is, for the next exercise, for every function, you will take log. Because you look at them itself, you can see that it will be slightly complicated. So 5.5, if you see the function itself, though they are composite functions, right, they'll be slightly complicated ones, right? So for that, how you can solve it only using logarithm. This I'll solve it in the next class. So what I'll do is, the next class for logarithm, I'll try to solve 3-4 problems, but before that you can do it as homework and now. This exercise also, I have already solved the problems and put it in the app itself. I think, but I solved only first 8. I don't remember how many I did. First 8 problems have been solved and they are already in the app. See, you can actually work before the class and come to the class. Okay. Then I'll teach you the concepts of parametric form and the second order derivative. Second order derivative, there is nothing to teach. You did once, again differentiated, that is a second order derivative. You need to differentiate it twice. But parametric equations alone, I'll teach you tomorrow. Okay. So that we'll at least complete this chapter. Seriya? Let's see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.